In the 1970s, my mother was 15 years old. She used to tell me stories of how my grandma was coming back from work late at night and was scared of the dark. How her Christmas nights consisted in spending time with her family around the stove, and how she was able to just cross the road and whistle to her friends to come out and play. One day I decided I wanted to see that place and have a memory of what my mother used to call home. Up until I found out that the place doesn't exist anymore. The Uranus District, Sirenelor Street, Uranus Street, Aquila Street, and many others. In 1982, Ceausescu brought to life the term systematization. Building the People's House, today called the Palace of Parliament, or a chain of Soviet buildings, resulted in the Uranus Izvor neighborhood brutally being wiped off the face of the earth. Not very far from the city center, but somehow isolated from it, existed 30 years ago a quiet neighborhood, recognized from its sloped streets, unique in Bucharest. Nearby villages were demolished in service of large-scale projects, later abandoned by Romania's post-communist government. The demolition campaign erased monuments including monasteries, churches, hospitals, and theaters. Stray dogs still exist around here, houses don't. Here, with some exceptions, there are plenty of unconsolidated houses, most of them laying in ruins, claimed by the owners who once lived here. Somehow, if you look closely, you can still see their lives out of the tail of your eye.
Și cocioaba la foc și baba a murit.
40,000 people were evicted with only a single day's notice, being relocated to new homes in order to make way for the grandiose Centrul Civic and the immense Palace of the People, the second largest building in the world. Some of them survived, some of them committed suicide. This complex of modern concrete buildings are now centered on the so-called Boulevard of Victory of Socialism, modeled after Paris' Champs-Élysées, though a little wider. The apartments were originally intended to house Romania's communist elite, but now it just brings nostalgia to the people who once used to live in the Uranus neighborhood. Now the big streets don't exist anymore, not in their original form anyway. They suddenly disappeared off the map in 1984, when they also went down in history. There, they will exist as long as the people will tell stories about them, will write, and will show the picture they still have, old, dusty and faded, like a glimpse of the city's past. It's like in the Uranus district, time couldn't wait anymore.